foundation of this company is to provide a culture where athletes can come to learn about how their body works in the sport that they're playing in. The word science exists in the name because the principles that are used here are based on scientific principles that have proven to work. And by that I mean there is not a ton of US-based research available if you're going to start studying how to produce a great athlete. Whether it's the study in kinesiology or the study in exercise science, both fall extraordinarily short in terms of teaching you how to train somebody. You will gain tremendous knowledge in terms of understanding, for instance, in kinesiology, how joints work, or in exercise science, how the energy systems work. For someone like me, I had to go learn those things on my own because I wasn't formally trained in those. And once you understand that the principles are simplistic, you realize that it applies to all sports. And that, again, the human body only works in certain ways, and it doesn't matter what sport you play. Your body isn't going to change how it produces maximal force in a throwing motion just because you're now a baseball player instead of a football player. Throwing is throwing. What we are attempting to do is to provide an alternative to the current systems that are out there, because I believe they fall extraordinarily short of delivering what athletes need, number one, to stay healthy, but also to be able to drastically improve their performance in their sport. There are different things that we will do here in terms of experimenting new methods of trying to improve gains, whether it's in throwing velocity, height and jumping, running mechanics, things like that that will directly impact the gains that an athlete has. That involves the feedback of the athletes that come here, many of which are professionals and have their own mindsets about what has made them successful. And that's one of the most useful tools you'll have is learning from the people that are in a competitive environment and what they feel they can rely on. Because at the end of the day, they still have to compete all by themselves. All you can do is best prepare them for that. So the reason the word lab is in the name is to provide an environment where athletes feel comfortable to be able to openly question things, understand the principles that we're using here, and to feel free to bring up new ideas so that we can constantly stretch the boundaries of sports performance games. Long term, our goal is to be able to provide a scientifically based system that improves athletic ability for each and every athlete that comes through here. In that process, we will continue to evolve in terms of pursuing the best ways to do that. All is not known in the world of sports performance. It's an evolving process. And clearly, people have figured out that there's something wrong with the current system of sports performance training. Just because you work out hard doesn't mean that you've improved your sport in any real way. What I am dedicated to doing is that each athlete that comes through here is that they are able to see market gains that they see on the field in their sport that are real. They've got to have tremendous improvement or we're not doing our job.